So recently, I watched the movie Operation Fortune, a spy action comedy movie directed by Guy Ritchie, who is starring by Jason Statham and Audrey Plaza. I think I'm pronouncing her name correct. But this movie is a actual fun movie that you can actually go ahead and actually just sit there and watch. Now, I seen this movie in theaters, which is ironic because I didn't know anything about this movie. I didn't see any trailers or anything about it. I just saw it on my AMC app and I was just like, oh, so this movie's going to come out. So it's a Jason Statham movie, so I know it's going to be some action and I would just wanted to see some action. So in this the movie that you get some action where you get to see Jason Statham's, kill people, beat up people, but you also get the comedy aspects because once you have Audrey Plaza there, you kind of already know what kind of comedy style that you're probably going to get. But overall, this movie was actually pretty good. It's actually decent. This movie was actually decent. I was very entertained. The comedy was very good. It didn't feel like it was dragged or anything. Like it just went well, especially like the type of comedy style that they're actually doing because all of the characters were being sarcastic and just butting heads with each other, and they were just one upping each other, especially to when it comes to like insults and stuff. Because like throughout this whole time of scene with Jason Statham and you have Audrey Plaza, that kind of fits their build. And also as well, like there was just one scene about like the comedy style. Like I was just like, what was that? Jason Statham's team had to go ahead and retrieve the item that the bad guys were getting or stole. So while they're in the midst of doing that, they realize that there's another groups of spies as well, and apparently they already know who that group is. And then so Jason Statham's team is looking at Mike's team, which is the group of spy that's also trying to retrieve the item as well, was just like, Mike, no one loves you. Like they were just saying stuff like that. Like they was just roasting Mike and they were just like, oh, hey, Mike, and all this other stuff. And they even called their boss was just like, hey, why this person's there? Why his team is there? And one of the reasons was that it's like, oh, yeah, the government thinks that it's great for competitions that we have these groups of spies going after each other to complete this one mission or multiple missions. And I was just like, what? So yeah, no, that was just very, very funny. That I thought it was very interesting. But the action is pretty good. The action is like there's a decent action. It was never boring or anything. It was very well choreographed, and the shots and the explosions were very, very good. But other than that, the villains were very much very cartoonish. Half of them were very cartoonish, especially the actor Grant. His character, he just was just very, very cartoonish and how he just acted and how he just pretty much looked to me. And but he was very, very funny as well and throughout this movie. And he actually helps like Jason Statham's team actually finds the real bad guy because it just kind of leaves you guessing on like, okay, who's the bad guy that they're actually looking for? Because throughout this whole movie, there's multiple bad guys, but they're trying to find the actual one because the item that they actually stole is like this AI thing that is very powerful that you can kind of like steal multiple banks and shuts down currency and stuff like that and without being detected. So it's kind of like you're just a ghost and like you're just stealing all these things. So that's what's this machine that the Jason Statham's team has to go ahead and retrieve. And but yeah, no, but other than that, they have to use a famous actor to get close to Grant's character because he knows the buyers and he's control of the weapons and stuff around the world because he's an arms dealer. And how they just used the actor was just pretty funny, and how the actor played along and he did well to help Jason Statham team actually did well, and how towards the end of the movie he's buddies with the arm dealer guy, which was very funny. I did feel bad for or the assistant because the assistant is just there. She's just standing there like, yeah, I'm doing my job. And there are just certain moments where she's just like, I just cannot believe that I'm assisting this buffoon. Like, that's just how I saw her character, because there were just certain scenes that you just looked at her and you're just like, damn, like you just gotta laugh. But other than that, like, yeah, this is an enjoyable movie. You guys should go ahead and check it out. If you guys want to check it out in theaters, you guys should check it out in theaters. It's a good popcorn movie, a good date movie, a good movie to actual kill time. Like, if you want to kill time and enjoy yourself, go ahead and watch this movie in theaters. If you just want to wait and see it in streaming, you can also do this as well. All I can say is this is an entertaining movie. I will give this a 7.5 out of 10, just because of the fact that it's just it was in theaters. And if it was in a rental, like if this movie actually came out like an HBO Max or Amazon Prime or anything else, then I would just boost up the score to an 8. But since it was in theaters, I gotta have to drop a little bit of the points from there. But other than that, let me know down in the comment section if you guys did like the movie. Did you guys watch it? What you guys think sort of process is? I just think everyone did a good, fantastic job at this movie, and I was entertained. But yeah, so this is Mr. Monotone, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day and be safe out here.